Okay, guys, it's starting to take away minutes on me, but oh well. Just wanted to say hi, good morning to you, blessed morning to you. This is Curtis with Truck Rider Trucking Incorporated. Uh, Last time I talked to you guys, I was in Corbin, Kentucky, dealing with the snow and all that good stuff. And what I told you was I had to shut down because of the inclement weather. I wasn't going to roll anymore. We gotten word from some truckers that the roads were pretty bad and trucks and cars were off the road and all that good stuff. So I did the smart thing after I fueled up and stayed right there. But the problem was is that I stayed there, redid my clock. The next morning, me and a fellow prime driver next to me, uh, we were trying to get our trucks, get ready to roll. And he told me, he said, "Man, my truck's frozen solid." And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "My tires, I can't move." I said, "Really?" And the rule of thumb I always was taught, during your inspection, your pre-inspection, when you're going through the school and everything, you're always supposed to do the trailer brakes and the park brakes and set them every time you stop. Well, I don't do that, and a lot of people disagree with that, but I don't. And I was taught a trick that if you don't do your trailer normally wouldn't lock up. So I never do set my trailer brakes. I always set my park brake and my neutral and all that. Put it in neutral, set the park brake when I park. And I've never had a problem with that. But apparently he set them both, and then he couldn't get the truck to unstuck. He said, "Man, I've been working on it all morning using alcohol, anything I can get to melt the ice around the tire." And a lot of people don't realize that these tires heat up during travel time. And if you park in a place that's got ice or it's snow or it's just rain and then turn to ice, normally that melts and then resets again on your tires, and then you normally end up stuck. So that's a little maintenance thing anyway, tip. But I had already gotten there after it started snowing, so he was already parked and shut down, and I just went ahead and parked and everything after I topped off and didn't even think of anything. So I parked and I was good to go. Well, he said that to me, and I turned around and said, "Well, man, I maybe ought to see if mine will even move." Didn't happen. My drive tires were stuck. Of course, everything else was okay. But we worked, and I pushed forward, backwards, and it would never break loose. And it was pretty cold that morning. It was about 19 degrees, I believe it was. So anyway, I was pretty much shut down. We tried alcohol on mine, it wouldn't release. So anyway, I ended up having to write back to the dispatch. Of course, I still had time. I had plenty of time to get to the 90. The problem was is the roads were still incapacitated, and it was snowing to beat the band, man. I mean, we were getting lake effect snow from up north coming down all the way through there. My buddy had been keeping tabs on the weather for me. He said, "Yeah, we're not expecting this, but we're getting it." So we were getting about we got about 2 to 3 inches on the hill in Corbin, Kentucky, and then of course, that was that. Well, then the big deal was the Nashville bomb, of course, knocked out AT&T, basically knocked out the Qualcomm. I could not communicate with fleet manager. I couldn't talk to nobody on the phone. Eventually, I just had to download Love's Wi-Fi service and purchase the Wi-Fi for 24 hours by using points I have for Love's. And I was able to contact my wife and everything because I hadn't talked to her for more than 12 hours. I just wanted to let her know I was okay, safe. Excuse me, I'm taking a sip of coffee. So with that being said, I was kind of hung out to dry. So I couldn't really communicate with the office and let them know what's going on. But I eventually got a hold of them and say, "Look, it looks like I'm not going anywhere. My truck's frozen to the pavement. I'm still working on trying to get it break free. We may want to consider trying to get the appointment moved." Well, everybody knows holiday. Well, apparently they contacted me back. I didn't get no word from nobody for about, I don't know, 8 hours or so. When I called them back, I said, "Any word on the situation?" "Well, we're going to go ahead," and they went ahead and canceled the appointment for that 8 o'clock delivery that night on Christmas night. Or no, was it Christmas night? Yeah, Christmas night. So I ended up staying there, and of course the next morning on the 26th, I said, "Well, can you get me an appointment set up?" And it looked like the weekend. Well, this company that we were the receiver doesn't open on weekends and don't open and doesn't start receiving product till 8 o'clock at night every night, Monday through Friday, and that worried me. So anyway, I said, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and move as close as I can to my 90, which I did. I went ahead and got on the road. Everything was good to go, clear. I got down here to Circleville, Ohio, and I was about 36 miles from my 90, and I shut down, and I told them what was going on. I said, I'm going to get a shower, get everything done. Well, we're going to try to repower you because now the appointment's set for Wednesday, December 30th at 0100 hours in the morning. I said, no, I'm not sitting on this freaking load for 4 or 5 days. I've got to make revenue. Well, you know, and that's, you know, and I don't blame it on them. I blame it on sales. I blame it on a lot of crap. But, you know, I guess, you know, they keep giving you the motto, be safe, be safe. If you don't think you're the captain of your ship, and if you don't feel it's too dangerous to drive, don't drive. Okay, that does it, but it also screws you. So, you know, hindsight 2020, man. If you do, you're it's all against you as a driver that you end up you pay for it. Okay, and this is my situation. I'm not saying everybody in the world's got this problem, but it happened to me, and now I'm looking at not having another week's worth of revenue for the second week in a row because of this crap. You know, and I don't know what to do, guys. I'm up to here. I'm at my wit's end. Everybody knows my plan. I've already told everybody what's going to happen, and it looks like that's inevitable. Because now I got there, and then of course my fleet manager came back to work from the holiday, and I hope he enjoyed himself. Great, you know, awesome. And then I get a message saying, okay, since the appointment is not set till Wednesday, we're going to have you take it to another location and drop the trailer, leave the bills, take pictures of the bills, send them in because we don't want, in case they get lost, and we're all covered. I said, fine. So where I was located at, I had to take it to Wellston, Ohio, which is 53 miles south of where I was. Not a big problem. But when you get done with that, we need you to go back. We need you to go up into Columbus and pick up a trailer that a gentleman apparently, he had a load. This is weird. I don't know how this worked out, but he went to pick up a load, and he went to pick up the load. He got the load, and he dropped it right there and went home, I guess. I don't know what happened. But so apparently this was inside the lot. The trailer was sitting there, and it only had to go 20 miles on the other side of Columbus. And I didn't understand that, you know. So he asked me to do that. I didn't know what the numbers were. And I didn't think it was going to be a whole lot anyway to it. I think it was just to get me off my trailer so that I could get something small, and which ain't going to help matters none. That just barely puts a dent in your settlement. So anyway, I come all the way back, 90-some freaking miles, deadhead, bobtail, which I had no trailer on, so I dropped the trailer in Wellston. And then I took it back, and I drove all the way to the north side of Columbus, Ohio. And I got to the location. The guy said, well, I don't know nothing about it. And I said, well, let me do something before I call my fleet manager and let him know that we can't find it. I said, let me go in the lot if you don't mind. I'll leave anything you want, my credentials, my license, whatever, and let me go check the lot out. The guy was super cool. The guard was awesome. He gave me a map, said, hell, if it's there, it's in this lot. So I went in that lot, and sure enough, the trailer number was there. The bills were on the trailer. So I went ahead and loaded the trailer, got it all set up, and looked at where the location was, 20 miles away, which blows my mind. Why, whoever the driver was that had that load, why in the world didn't you just, you know, the only thing I can think of is the expansion of time. He picked it up on the 26th. It was supposed to have been picked up at 23:59, and it wasn't supposed to be delivered till the 28th at 10 o'clock today. That's the only thing I can think of, is he had a 2-day span for a 20-minute drive, and he didn't want it, so he just dropped it on the spot, and then they gave him another load, I guess, maybe, or something. So anyway, and I got the load. I picked it up, and I went ahead and came back around to the south side of Columbus, to a location I currently stay at once in a while, off of 23. There's a casino across the road and a small truck stop with about 10, 15 slots. Of course, you had no problem parking this weekend. There was no park. I mean, you could park about anywhere you wanted to this weekend because of the holiday. So I went and done that, parked here. My buddy and his wife came and got me. We took them to dinner down in Circleville, which was nice to get out of the truck and be able to go somewhere without having to worry about driving the truck around. come back in, and then that's where I'm at right now, and I'm getting ready to pull out of here in probably a couple of hours to head for the 90, 15 miles from where I'm at right now. This load will make this settlement, but it's only 90 bucks. So I don't know, guys. And the other load will not probably get paid because it's not scheduled to be it's not scheduled to make the drop on it's not until Wednesday at 1 a.m. in the morning. So that's past the deadline because this is being another short week. I guess I'm going to be hung out to dry on that. So I'm going to be in the hole again. So basically, as of right now, my scheduled plan, and I know this is weird, but come Wednesday, I'm going to go ahead and give them my notice, and I hope they don't say bring the truck right back. I'm hoping they'll go ahead and let me run until the date I want to come back in. I'm scheduled to go back in around the 11th. I'm going to go back in. I don't know yet. I would love to go see everybody on the 9th, but it don't look like I'm going to make that deal. Oh, sorry, Eric and Jenna. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm going to be back in Springfield probably around that Monday on the 11th, or in that time period is what I'm shooting for. And I'm going to try to turn the truck in sometime midweek, and I'm done. I mean, this right here, there's no way I'm going to make enough money to survive in this industry. I know everybody can say, oh, well, you know, I've done this, I've done that. I said, well, I'm happy for you. Awesome. You know, if you can make it out here, great. I'm 100% behind you. It just, it's not doing nothing for me and my family. I'm tired of having to dip in the honey hole in my retirement to help make us be able to live, and that's not good for me. I mean, it's caused me, mentally I'm not into it anymore. So I love doing it, man. I love doing what I was doing, what I'm doing. I mean, but I just can't do it without, you know, making any kind of revenue and surviving in the industry. And the loads I'm not getting good loads, and that's my fault because I'm accepting them. And I've refused loads already. I've refused one big load. You know, I tell these people, get me out of the north, get me out of the northeast. I want to go south. And what do? Oh, we're going to take you north again? No, I'm not accepting any loads. I'm not going to do it. I'll just refuse every damn load they send me, I guess. I guess I just won't roll. So, looks like my days are numbered. I'm not going to do this much longer. I hate saying that because that's, you know, I feel like I failed in my own ways. People trying to say, well, go company. No, I'm not going company. I got a job I can go to. I got a job that's supposed to be starting for me around the mid-January time frame. Heck, they want me there now, but I don't want to do that. I just don't want to up and leave. I just want to. I want to leave on a good term with Prime, because they've never, you know, they're a good company. Don't get me wrong, people. Don't take this negatively. It just, in my case, it was bad for me. It wasn't a good situation for me. I probably shouldn't have went lease. I should have went company first. But that's only me, guys. It's not everybody. I mean, it's not a common thing. It's just it happened to me, and that's, you know, I started out with issues and problems with the APU, and you know, and that was like a 4-month event right off the bat. And there was times when, you know, you had things you had to do. I mean, a person out here, you know, for me, I should have never took home time. I should have stayed from April till now. I should have never been home, and so that my revenue would continue to flow, because every time I went home, I was always in the hole. So, you know, it didn't work out for me. Some people it does. I'm happy for you. Great, you know, but for me, it didn't work. So basically, you know, this is going to be a killer. If I don't get anything but 90 bucks for this revenue, you know, I'm done, guys. I can't make this. I had to pay Prime last week. It's a sad deal when you go home to visit family, that you turn around and have to pay them so you can go home. You know, I guess my 20 years of being in a different industry, I got paid to go home because I took vacation. So, but anyway, I just wanted to give you an update of what my status is. I'm fine. I'm safe. You know, the truck's doing good. I'm just having issues with loads right now, and you know, my fleet manager told me yesterday on the phone, he said, it seems like there's problems across the board. whether that's in his fleet or in the company itself, about these loads, because these companies are not open so we can turn them in. So anyway, guys, I'm ranting. I wasn't planning on ranting. I was trying to calm down the last 4 days just to, you know, be able to talk to you guys. But it's coming down the wire here. I'm just going to go ahead and relinquish my command of my ship here shortly, and go with a new future. Now, I'll keep reminding you all, I've said this on several of the last videos that I hinted up to this point, I'm not stopping this channel. This channel is going to continue to run. I'm going to continue to run videos. I'm just going to be doing it in a different capacity, in a different job, in a different environment. So I'm not going to give up on this channel. I've got too many, I got people out there that like to hear my experiences. And you know, it basically is not trucking, it's a miniature trucking system that I'm going to. And it'll be interesting to see what we actually do on the road, and I'm going to keep it going. So Track Rider Trucking will keep rolling. You know, I'll relinquish Eagle 1 and give that back up, which the truck's been great to me. I have no issues, no issues with the International. It's been a good truck. I trained on a Peterbilt, so I know the difference of two. I've never had a Freightliner or a Shakeliner, like people say. But this one's been a nice truck to me. So, I mean, guys, that's the way it's going to be. So, it's sad. I thank for all you subscribers out there for subscribing to my channel. I'm glad you watched my journey. It wasn't all peaches and cream. Some of it was fun. Some of it, a lot of it wasn't, but some of it was fun. Now you see the experience I went through. I hope with the people that are coming in, that you do this kind of work or want to come in and do this stuff, you know, hey, come in with a positive attitude. That's what I did. And you know, it didn't work out for me. But for some of you out there, it could be a gold mine for you. And I hope the best and wish you the best for that. So for now, I'm going to get off here. I thank all my subscribers. Hope y'all had a great happy holidays. And we'll keep you in touch, let you know what's going on when it happens. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And always remember, we always keep driving and striving for perfection no matter what. All have a good one. Bye now.